So today we will discuss about the experiment number 2 and how will it work. We will find it. So let's see that what is the manual of it. So there is a networking lab and here is the networking lab manual. So in that manual you have already find the to study and the working of and flow of operation of sense nuts. So you have already studied about in the last experiment. Now you will find that what is the to study and sense nuts GUI and interfacing of sense nuts with hardware. So today we will learn about it, right? So that how we can interface the what is the sense nut GUI and how can we work on the hardware sense. So that is an important thing, and so we will discuss about this thing. So in the next experiment we will find that how we can blink a LED on it. Okay, so now let's come to the experiment number 2, that is the manual. So that is an experiment number 2, and in that case you will find that to study sense nuts GUI and interfacing of sense nuts with hardware. It is the aim of the experiment. Next is to interface the module with the computer and check the ports and working. So that's we need to do. So what we need to have, what we have actually, we have this one. This is my sense nut. So there is a one gateway module, one light interfacing module, light and temperature module, and another is radio module, which is your Zigbee, which is of your Zigbee protocol. Okay. So now let's start it. Let's first invoke the sense nut GUI. So you can see that I'm going in C drive. In C drive there is a sense nuts. In sense nuts there is a tools. There are tools 6.1.2 and then tools. In tools there is Eclipse, Java, MingGW, sense nuts GUI, sense nut GUI version 6.1.2. So you need to go through Eclipse basically, because all the drivers installed automatically. So now I am going to Eclipse. I am invoking Eclipse ID. Now it is asking about the workspace. So what should be your workspace? I am putting it 2 so that I can start it from scratch. So you can also put your name, the name of the workspace over here. So where is the Eclipse? Now it's starting. Yes. Now it is my project. You have seen that there is a build automatically point, and now we will go to file. There is import. We will go to the journal, existing projects into workspace. Next, browse the project. Project is in C drive, sense nut 6.1.2 application code. So these are some automatically built up codes which comes with setup, and you can find these codes. So there is one LED blink code, there is one demo 2 which is read sensor. So because it is a concept of interfacing hardware with the sense nut, so I am taking this one of the code. Here is source. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to just select this folder of demo 2. Now finish the project. so it is of no worth, so I can hide it. Here is the project and you can find the source here. This is readsensors.c and you will find this is the code here, and in this code you can find there are some header files as in C program, and app hardware api.h, appq.api.h, zendeps.h, clock.h, node.js, node.h, task.h. So these all things and the details are provided here. Provides clock related to functionality, provides get node id and remaining battery, provides get add task. So this type of things are available here. So next we need to put a temperature sensor.h and light sensor.h, these two header files over there, so that we can interface the sensors in this domain. Next we need to put a PC interface.h so that I can get the data to the PC. Okay, send to PC is 0. So there are some communication baud rates in which 0, 1, 2 and like that. So I am putting it 0 for 9600 baud rate. Next is temperature in it, and so now it is initializing the sensor. Now these two, both the sensors are getting initialized. So now initialize port to communicate with PC. Now serial port will be initiated over here. Now add task user send to PC 1 second. So now this is a add task function. So what are the parameters of this function? The function's parameters are user, send to PC, you know this, send to PC, and 1 second. So now there is a factor second and there is a parameter, and this parameter is 1, and in that case what we need to do, we need to just invoke this sensor, and if I will put it 0.1, so 0.1 times of second will be over there and the 1 second will be lower down. So this is a factor by which I multiply a second. In that case you will find user task handler, and user task handler is unit unsigned integer of 8-bit, and there is a task type. So in that case we have this parameter, and user task handler will take the data from here, because we need to find the what is the value of the temperature and light. So now here is a function which is read temperature and read lux. So these already defined in this header files. So these functions will provide the data and update STLDB. So this will provide the data on the PC. So it is how the data will be presented on the PC. So this is providing the get node ID. So node ID will be provided, and light and temperature will be provided. Next is add task. So user send to PC 1 second. So here again a 1 second data is has been taken. Okay. So now you can see that other functions are nothing, so no need to put anything in these functions because we are not using these functions. So that is a base program, and you can use this program for multiple purpose. So here now I am going to tell you that I just go to that one. I will just right click on it, and then I will do the build project, and after build project it will provide me this window. So 0 error, 0 warning, and everything is like that. Now I am going to show you the application code. We have done the work on demo 2. We have done on read sensors. So there is an output. So when we build the project, then all these files get stored in this folder, and in that case you can find there is a SenseNut read sensor, that is a binary file, and this binary file we will invoke. Okay, so now let's go back, go to tools, go to SenseNuts GUI, and here I will pause my video so that I can show you that what's happening in real time on the node. So that is a node, and here you can see there is a module. This module is basically your Zigbee module, which you can see here. I have also put some images of this sensor node in the video, so you can see that here is a module, and now this is a gateway. And if I show you this thing, so there is a, so here you can see that Zigbee module is there, and this is Zigbee module, and now you can see that there is one sensor node. So there are some sensor, light and temperature sensor is on this you can say on this module, and now there is a gateway module. This is the gateway module, and I will attach this gateway module on this system. This is a gateway module, and I am attaching this to this node. So here you find that I have attached this node with this module, and you can see that as it get the power, another point of the USB I have attached with the computer. And now you can see here that there is some LED is blinking on this device, and now I will invoke my SenseNut GUI. This is my SenseNut GUI. So if everything is okay, then there you will find an output window, success, SenseNut device found. Okay, if it is not happening, if you are not connecting, so it will show unable to open the device or not connected. It is like that. So now I am fetching the MAC ID of this device. So MAC ID of the device is here. You can find the MAC ID of this device. So now here I am going to browse my window. Now I am going to demo 2. In the same I am going to starting in C drive, then SenseNuts, then 6.1.2, then app code, then demo 2. We have worked on the hardware interfacing. So that is a hardware interfacing of with the device. That is a hardware interfacing of sensor node with your radio module. Now I am opening this folder, output folder. Now binary file. So here I am selecting the binary file. Now I will click now you can see that both the LEDs on the node are blinking, and you can see here maybe the frequency of the camera and the device is not matching, so it's okay. But here you can see that return is coming here 60%, 70% and all. So that is uploading the code on the device. Yes, it is now completed. So it is completed here. Now it is getting data. In the backend you can find that some things are happening in the port also, command window also. Now I am going to Sense Live. Now you can see that there is a light and temperature. So you will find that what is the light, what the value of the light is 1 only. So yes, it is 1 only right now, because it is under the it is under the module of the gateway. Okay, so it is in between. You can find that it is in between of the gateway and radio module. Now I am going to start light. So now I have started some light, and I'm refreshing the data. So now you can see, yeah, now I'm showing the torch to the device, and you can find that increment in the light value is happening there. So likewise this, you can find that increment of the light sensor is happening there. Okay, so temperature of the room it is showing the temperature of the room, and for that case I just give a hot air to this, and it is showing increment in temperature. It is showing increment in temperature. So it is hardware interfacing of SenseNet. So if you have any problem, so you can contact me. So you can call me also on my number. So thank you for this experiment. We will see in next time, and I will suggest you that download this GUI on your computer, and try to implement this experiment virtually on your computer, and at least just open the things and just see that what is happening, and at least just try to code yourself that what is happening in the in your SenseNet environment. So thank you for this experiment. Thank you.